Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca Ruiz. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the process to create this layout using the Simple Vintage Fresh Snow Collection by Simple Stories. The pattern papers I'm using are from the collection kit and the basic kit, which are solid in coordinating colors. I'm also using a chipboard frame to enhance my photo. The design is oval shape with flowers on the corner. And I have an idea on my mind that I want to have this green paper with the leaves and the pine cones. It's a really beautiful paper with some splatters. So I'm tearing the edge of the paper to have some curve and use it on the upper part of the layout. My base is white because I want to incorporate different papers, colors, designs to my layout, and by having a white paper I'm able to use all of them, and for me it's easiest to balance the page by having this color on my background. I want to have a navy border all around the green paper, so I use a pencil to trace the curve of the green paper, so I have a more precise notion of where I need to tear the navy paper. I like tearing it because it gives texture, and this is like a vintagey page, so it's a simple way of adding texture to the page by tearing it. And if you don't have a distress tool, you can use your scissor. For the center part where I'm going to have my photo, I want to add more papers. Right now I'm using this paper with snowflakes. It's like a minty color, and I trace the shape of the frame all around it to know where I need to tear the paper. And I'm also distressing the edge. I love the texture it gives to the page. I'm not going to center the frame into this paper, so I'm going to move the pattern paper a little bit to the left side so I can see a border on the left and the flowers on the right. I'm looking for more papers that I can use in the center. This time I cut a strip of this. It's like a paper full of tickets or textbooks, different designs of text there and tickets, and it's like a beige color. I'm also cutting a piece of the plaid paper. I cut it a little bit small, but I can solve this by cutting it in half and placing on the sides of the frame. No problem with that. It's just paper. There's always a way to fix it. Now I'm cutting a piece of the basic papers. These are the solids that I mentioned at the beginning. I'm cutting a strip to have two vertical strips of paper going in the center behind the photo, and then the plaid paper to anchor all of them. I'm distressing the edges of all the papers because I like the way they look, so I'm going to add them to the layout using repositionable tape. In case I need to move something, I am able to do it. I'm checking which way I want the blue paper, if it's on top or on the back of the beige paper, but I'm going to do it on the back. It's like a cream with, it's a mix of creams and whites, that paper with the tickets and the text. I attach the strips first behind the frame, and now I'm using the ruler to align the plaid paper on the sides of the frame. I'm notching some edges of the paper to give it more texture because it gives a nice vintage look to the layout, and I just love adding textures and layers to my project. Now I'm going to use crochet thread in white to tie together the two strips of paper. I'm making a bow there. This is a thin crochet thread, not the regular one that you can find everywhere, number 10. It's a way of adding more textures and layers without making the project bulk. I cut the excess, and off camera I glue the tails to the layout. For the title, I'm mixing a foam word, and I'm looking for a die-cut word to complete my title. I found the U, and I'm going to use it, but I need to anchor this title in a way, so I'm looking on the ephemera die-cut pack, and I found this piece of ledger tickets. The previous one was green, so I'm using this one that have a khaki color, and it looks better. On the bottom I added a strip of the navy paper, and on top of it I added a strip of the wood grain paper. I tear the edge to continue with the same design, and I'm adding this ribbon. It's a reindeer, and I'm adding it because it's cute and because I want to have some khaki color there to balance the layout. To continue with the same design around my clusters and the embellishment areas, I'm using this piece of ribbon on the side of the title. By using them, I give the layout the appearance that I have some mixed media work there, but as you can see, no mess around, just a little bit of ribbon. It's a great way to give your projects this nice look without having to work with any paint or anything like that. Sometimes I love adding paint, and sometimes I just want to be mess free. I'm looking for other details that I can add around the page, and right now I am using the die cut floral pack. I choose two florals in white, two white flowers, and I have this branch of leaf. I'm removing some of the white because I want it to look more realistic, and for me, having all that white don't make it look real. So I'm removing the excess using my scissor and a knife, and on the left side of the title I also add a branch there, a leaf branch previously. You can see here I'm finishing removing the whites, and I'm looking for the position. I don't like to having it in one piece, so I cut it in half, and I'm going to use both pieces there, a little bit of separation in between them. I'm still not pleased on the way it looks, so I will continue looking for something that I can add there to balance my page, and I found this branch. It's like some khaki berries, and I'm using them in the middle of the leaves, the green leaves, and now I like it more, and I have my colors balanced because I have khaki on the title, khaki on the reindeer, and khaki on the berries. On the title area, I'm also adding this die cut piece to complete the cluster there. Now I want to cover this hot pink area in the photo. So I'm going to use a die cut piece. It's a snowflake, and I'm using foam tape because the chipboard has some dimensions, so I'm using foam tape to attach it to the layout. And I'm also using stickers with other snowflakes around the page. From the foam sticker, I'm adding a few hearts and more snowflakes around the page. These are the small details that I love to add to my projects because they make the project stand out, and they are a great way for me to relax and have fun. Here is the finished layout. Off camera, I added a few enamel dots to this page. They have glitter, they are gorgeous, and I also added paint splatters in brown. My camera was having some problems, so I was not able to record that part, but you can see them in the photos here. Thank you so much for your visit, for staying with me. I hope you like and enjoy this layout and it inspires you to craft. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more inspiration. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!